Good morning. Ooh. Sorry, I did not put out a post yesterday. Did I do it? No. Yes, I've got a mentor, a social media mentor who is going to help me curate this so it's not boring as shit for you guys. I knew this was going to be boring. I didn't intend for it to be as boring as it was. It's not boring for me because I'm getting my life in order and I'm doing something I've never done before, which is to have a routine in my business and day as a grown adult. I'm caffeinated, by the way. All right, let's get to business. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we named the day Calm in the Storm. I realized for the same time, I think we've been in the same day for like 3 days. Yeah, look. It was 6:18 and 6:18. No, it's the 23rd today. So we're gonna call today in honor of Mr. Curry. Let's do the time warp. Let's do the time warp. Okay. It is 6:23. We're going to be selling our house today. We're signing papers here in a bit. And our affirmation today is ask, seek, knock. Knock. Ask him, seek him, and knock on his door. It's always a treat, never a trick. God doesn't trick you. Oh, he treats you so well. Because I didn't do a Name Our Day yesterday, I just listened to a sermon and I heard it, I got it, and I know that churches in the Western world need to put out their reminder that people need to tithe. And I'm not a faithful tither. I am not a faithful tither. It's hard when you don't have very much, but I realize that even when you don't have very much, 10% is still 10%, and I repent. And so on the sale of the home, it's going to sting, but it's no different than stinging on those little paychecks that I get from time to time. So I need to be faithful on that. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that God only asked for 10%. I'm not going to argue. God only asks for 10%. Let's not talk about taxes in England or taxes in our governments and what they ask. God only asks for 10. It's a smart way to do this, especially if you're a business owner. I'll go into this later. Right now, we're not talking about business advice. I'm grateful that his mercies are new every morning. Because I definitely put my foot in it when I care to shake a stick at. That our mercies are new. And I'm grateful that I'm loved by him. I'm loved. My top 3 priorities. I want to bless our house to the next people. For the next people. For our next people. We were blessed by it. I want to pass on the blessing. I want to breathe out because this has been a really stressful year. Actually, it's been longer than a year, but I don't have to work today. So I can use a couple of bucks to take my family and treat them to some nice ice cream and a day off. So I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to exercise later. I'll sweat my little buns off. I'm going to read later. I'm going to hydrate and meditate later. A custom habit. I'm just going to take a break today. My habit. Stop focusing on my hand. Breathe. It's my custom habit. Just going to relax. Morning's kind of already started. I'm going to bless the sign. And I'm going to Breathe. It's a big day. Your mini sermon today is out of the book of James. It says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let that steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." Goes on to say that if you lack wisdom, let's ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let's ask him in faith, with no doubting, for the one who doubts is like a wave in the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For the person that must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man and unstable in all of his ways. And let the lowly brother boast in his exaltation, and let the rich in his humiliation, because like a flower of the grass he will pass away. For the sun rises with its scorching heat and withers the grass. Its flowers fall, its beauty perishes. So also will the rich man fade away in the midst of his pursuit. But blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. And let no one say that when he is tempted, I'm being tempted for God. For God cannot be tempted with evil. He himself tempts no one. But each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Then desire, when it is conceived, gives birth to sin, and sin, when it's fully grown, brings forth death. Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers. Every good gift, every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. Of his own will, he brought us forth by the word of truth, that we should be kind of first fruits of his creatures. I don't want to go into the theology, the semantics. I just want to say it's hard. It's a hard road to decide. It's hard to follow in his footsteps. As he says to become imitators of him, we just have to love him. He'll do the rest. Be blessed today.